transitioning us into the next hour of house music. So, as you know, this is the Vintage House Show Spotlight, where every second Wednesday we feature a new upcoming house music DJ, someone who's passionate about what they do. In the studio today, we got Kique joining us. Kique, woo, I wish I had like a sound thing like to do some applause. Kique.
Hello guys, hello guys. It's awesome to be here. Thank you, Mommy, for having me.
Of course, of course. Well, I know you as Kique, but I know you, but why don't you let us get to know you? Tell us more about yourself.
Okay, yeah. So my name is Enrique Manzano. My nickname, automatic nickname is Kique. I'm a DJ. I love playing house music. It's a passion of mine. Grew up on it, and
Yes.
now pretty much started pursuing it as DJ.
How long have you been a DJ?
So I started taking it seriously these past 6 months. I learned how to DJ in high school. Never really took it seriously. I was more into the piano. Started doing that first. Then honestly just got bored of playing it. Wanted to figure something out. I was, you know what? I love music. I love watching these DJs go crazy whenever I go out. I
Yeah,
was like, this is what I want. I want to feel this energy.
totally. So, piano, do you feel like there's a relationship and a connection between like playing an instrument and DJing?
Yeah, 100%. I think when it comes to like trying to count the rhythm, count the beats,
Mm-hmm.
you definitely get a
You
good
can close
aspect.
out of it now.
Thank
You
you.
definitely get a good aspect of kind of just feeling that tone.
Yeah.
So it transitions really well to DJ, kind of like knowing what to mix that next
All right,
song.
have a good
I
night.
have a good one. Thanks,
See you later. See you later.
Thank you. What are your names again?
I'm Ashley, Momami, and Kique.
Kiki and Ashley.
Yeah.
All right.
Have a
See you
good rest
guys.
of your night.
See you later.
You
Man.
guys too. Nice to meet you.
Nice. Yes. Oh, what a sweetheart. That was Kevin Gold, who was, like I said, in here in the studio with us earlier, holding down the first hour and a half. But yeah, I feel you on like the counts and the kind of. I feel like when you go into DJing with a little bit of a musical background, you look at the music a little bit
Yeah,
differently.
yeah,
You hear it a bit differently.
100%.
Yeah. So what got you into house music? What with DJing, there's so many different like avenues and like so many different genres you could choose
Right,
from.
right.
Why house? Tell us.
So honestly, I have to give credit to my mom.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up on it. I remember it would just be randomly at a party or she would be cleaning.
Yeah,
Like, you know, like I
yeah. It's
remember.
it's always the cleaning, like the weekend or like
Yeah,
the second it's warm, like the
yeah.
moms put on the house
Yeah,
music mix.
the CDs
Uh
just
huh.
blast early in the morning. At that time, I was like, I hate this. I don't want to listen to this.
Yeah,
But as I grew older, like I remember going away from college. I was like, oh man, I miss home. I
yeah,
kind of like started getting into it even more. Like
yeah,
I knew the songs already. I was like, you know what, it's time to me. Like I started listening on my own, kind of like doing the research on it on my own.
yeah.
And since then, it's been fun. I love it. It's passion. Just listening to it's passion playing.
Yeah, you played in the My House Music Festival recently. How was that experience?
That was awesome. It was an honor, to be honest. It was just because I remember going there, and I wasn't a DJ. And I just remember going there, just watching all these crazy DJs
Mm-hmm.
play house music, Chicago
Yeah.
house. Like man, like this energy is so awesome. Like as me watching, I want to be like them.
Yeah, and you're getting, I mean, hello, you made it to the festival. So that
Thank you.
says something. Who are some people like local or artists, who are some people that inspire you in this house music journey?
Well, when it comes to like actual like the artists that created Chicago house,
Mm-hmm.
like for example, like some of my favorite songs like come from Kashmir,
Oh,
Lion,
yeah.
but I like to give credit to they do a lot of different variety types of like house as well, but like DJ Dion and all
Yeah.
those guys, they're always great to listen to. That's especially them as producers. I feel like they just started a crazy movement that has not died yet. It's just
Yeah.
still going.
For
It's been awesome.
sure. And that's why we do this, because it's like I want to keep the story, the preservation of house music alive. How do you feel when it comes to kind of like the old house music generation meets the new? Like, where do you
Hmm.
feel you fit in that?
I feel honestly, I'm not too sure, but
It's like you're still figuring it
I'm
out.
still figuring
Uh
it
huh.
out. And I mean, I know watching them like do all this, like mix all these house songs and like go crazy with Chicago house. Like I want to be like them. So if anything, I want them to get the idea of I want to be like you guys. I want to like grow and to be like you. Like
Yeah.
I like this. Like I want to keep this movement going. I don't want to switch it up or like change it up. Like I like this. I feel like this is like as Chicago as it gets when it comes to
Yeah,
music.
and I mean, I think it is such an honor when you're, um, like when you are from Chicago
Mhm.
and you get to play some house in a Chicago venue or something.
The
Like,
energy's so
yeah,
yeah.
in your experience, you're being in bars or clubs or even at the festival. Like, what does that feel like to you when you're playing that house music in public?
It's it's unreal because you're literally like you're playing history and you're keeping that history up and you're just making that you have those same vibes on what it was like in the '90s, you know. And
Right.
it's cool that there's like for example like say Chicago, it's cool that these people still actually appreciate this kind of music and
Mhm.
it's not dying or anything. I feel like we just gotta keep it up, keep the movement going because people do like it. They just didn't be
For
more aware
sure.
of it. I feel
For
like
sure. I mean, I was talking about this with one of my friends, and they didn't realize that like house music is considered like the original electronic dance
yeah,
music because house music, you know, in its essence as an electronic kind of sound, has really morphed into something very different today. And I don't think difference or change is bad per se,
right.
but sometimes it does frustrate me when people think like David Guetta is the house or like the godfather of house music, and
Oh
I'm
man.
like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So it's like that's why I think it's so important that we have these conversations, keep these places and these spaces and these stories alive, because the house really didn't start that long ago. Like I feel
Oh,
like it's
really?
still pretty modern. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like 80s and 90s weren't that long ago, and so
right.
it's like it's here we are in 2021, almost 2022, still spinning some of those songs that were like
Yeah.
playing in the clubs in the 90s.
And I don't see it dying out anytime soon, to be
Right.
honest.
Well, I mean, we see artists and producers like Kanye West who use a lot of
Oh
house
yeah,
samples. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't think enough people realize how much house is embedded
yeah. Oh yeah,
in so
100%.
much music and culture.
Yeah, yeah. It's awesome, man. It's great.
Are there any like producers or artists who you feel like you appreciate, like what they're some like newer people who you feel like they're doing something kind of different with sound or with house music?
Like new artists that are coming up right
Like
now.
new producers
New
or
producers.
artists?
To be honest, I'm not too sure. I haven't really looked much into that, like with new artists. I know like there's some songs like you mentioned like that kind. There's a couple Kanye West songs that
Right.
he actually uses like an original like house. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. Obviously, like he switched up to his own style, but it's still cool to see that. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm pretty sure like maybe like 80% of the people like that are listening to it don't know like this is an original sound from
For
house track. You know,
real.
so it's cool like he knows what he's doing. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
he knows what this is.
Yeah, a name that a lot of people drop in the studio is Kique. Like
Oh
Kique,
yeah,
who like takes this like Canadian
yeah,
house sound and just does something really cool with it.
he's amazing.
For sure, yeah. And it is really cool, and it's nice to see people take a sound and flip it in a way that's authentic to them.
Right,
You know
right,
what I
right.
mean? So, where do you hope to, see this house music DJ career go next?
Honestly, I just want to keep growing as a DJ. I want to keep growing. Like, I want to keep building this culture. I want to keep house alive, and
Yeah.
I want to be. I like that I'm starting to get known as like the person that likes to or like that plays Chicago house.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, you said you've been DJing how long?
for 6 months. I started
6
taking it
months.
seriously. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like you are still very much in the early phase of like
Right, right.
establishing that and playing with different things.
Yeah, it's like my go-to. So it's awesome like being able to do that. You know.
Yeah, and so you're been DJing 6 months, but
Mhm.
from Chicago, what like how do you think growing up in Chicago has influenced not just house music, but your role like in DJing? How has being from Chicago played a role in that?
Honestly, because I'm not gonna like if DJing at these bars for the most part, it's, like you get a tough crowd, you know. Like if you're not doing it right, they're gonna tell you right now, like yo,
Right? Or they're gonna like not move.
they're just
Like,
not gonna move, you know. So
yeah,
you need to be on your game. So I think being from Chicago, you get that like you have to go hard all the time. You get that pressure, but
for
it's like
sure.
that good competitive pressure, you know. I
I
feel like
always
that's what it gives.
I'm so happy you brought that up because that just reminded me of how like when people go hear DJs in other cities, they're like these DJs kind of suck, you know,
Yeah,
or like they're just kind of like the energy, the charisma, it's not there because
yeah,
like you said, I think Chicagoans we know what good music is.
right.
I feel like we have to work 3 times as hard to be noticed.
Right.
And whether it's a DJ, whether it's an artist, whether it's a producer, like people have to come with their A game, even if it's a small bar no one knows.
Right,
Like
right.
I feel like it's still something that you have to bring your full energy towards. So that is some great experience to be having.
It's happened before, but it's gotta keep learning.
What did you do in that moment where you were like, no, the crowd doesn't like me?
No, honestly, it wasn't even like the music I was playing. It was just like, because I do a lot of house parties,
Okay.
and they get really, the energy is really great. But
Yeah.
for example, like one time, like I think I forgot a wire for a speaker or something.
Oh.
I'm like, no way. I'm like, I just like this crowd was just waiting for this. Like they were waiting for me to get here. Like it was
Yeah.
building up, and it was just like, I mean, man, it's a tough crowd because they weren't having it. Like you should have like had it. Like, what the heck?
Oh my goodness.
So it's like you got to be on your A game 100% of the time. You got to be competitive. You got to.
Yeah.
But it's like it's more like in a positive way though. Like
Yeah.
it makes you better.
And can you let us know how old you are?
I'm 24. I turned 24 in May.
Wow. So I feel like we're kind of in the same generation of DJs who like are really out here trying to figure it out. In this new world, in this new realm. Tell us about what we can expect to hear in this mix coming up.
Straight Chicago house.
Straight
A lot
Chicago
of
house.
Chicago house bangers. Of the time.
The Chicago house
It
bangers.
won't end. It's gonna keep going back, running back.
Yes.
Back, so it's gonna be fun.
So you like to stick into like an old school vibe.
Yeah, old school Chicago house, upbeat.
Upbeat for sure. Like things that make you want to like get up.
You just want to get up and move your hips real quick.
I think there's something about house music that just like, for me personally, like when I hear it, and I feel like when a lot of people, especially in Chicago, hear it, like when they hear that like old school house, like they just want to move. Like suddenly they're taken back to like a house party or like a cool club that everyone used to go to, or like a festival.
Right.
Like, because I feel like we're kind of coming out of summer now, but I feel like house music really defines Chicago summer.
Oh, 100%. Especially like in Pilsen, those festivals that they always do.
Oh yeah, I mean my house music festival was in Pilsen.
Just like when you think of house festivals in Pilsen, like you pretty much think of like when you think of festivals in Pilsen, you think of house music.
Yeah.
That's like one of the vibes that's always gonna be around.
There's like always, even if it's not a house music festival, there's gonna be a house music stage.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so cool. That's what I like a lot about like these festivals that we've been doing and stuff like that. Been going to and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think because like I said, we're in the same age. I feel like I grew up going to like Fiesta del Sol and like hearing house music DJs there or something. Yeah, so you said a lot of old school house. So like new school, you're just like not a fan of the new school, or is that just where your heart is? You're just an old school, like you have an old soul.
I do have an old soul for sure. But when it comes to like different genres or like the new house, I do like it a lot. Actually, like I'm not too specific on what it's called, but it's like that groovy funk house,
Yeah.
I like that's pretty dope. It's like a little more chill, but it's like you still have those catchy beats. Where it's like
like it's kind of like the is still there, but it's a little bit more instrumental. Like you have like, I also love me some like funky house.
Yeah,
or like a funky house flip of like a song. Like I love that. Do you like a lot of originals? Do you like house flips and remixes? Like what do you appreciate?
I think I'm more towards originals too.
Originals, yeah.
I mean, there's some remixes that I do appreciate and I do like.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny because I like playing this one. It's like Jersey Club genre, that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Especially when they remix like these.
Well, Jersey Club reminds me a lot of Juke.
Yeah.
And Juke, I think, is like the child of house. You know what I mean? And so when I first heard Jersey, I was like, I didn't know that's what it was called, and I was like, what? This isn't Juke or footwork, but why does it like feel like it?
Yeah.
That's when I would discover the whole world of Jersey.
Yeah.
Like Jersey sounds.
I love like next to house, it's Juke. Like,
Juke,
Juke music. That's like my next thing that I like. I love.
You're just a Chicago baby through and through. Well, I'm gonna, let Kique do his thing. Hop on. Once again, y'all, this is the Vintage House Show Spotlight. I'm your host Ashley De La Torre, aka DJ Momami. And before I hand it off, this is my first time back in the studio since we lost the house legend Paul Johnson, and I just have to, give my condolences and acknowledge and honor everything that he did for Chicago, for house music DJs, for DJs like me and Kique who still play and honor his music. So, you know, I just want to dedicate this show to our fallen godfather. You know, almost like a godfather of ours, Paul Johnson. So, Kique, I'm gonna let you take it away.
Will do. Good. Start going. Am I gonna hear it from back there too? Yep.
One second here while we get the sound right. Sure. So you can go from here.
Yeah.
Just gonna give you
It's playing right now?
Hmm?
Is it playing right
It's playing to the live stream, but not on the radio.
now? Oh. Should I start all over?
You could. Stress out. Thank y'all so much for bearing with us as we get the sound together. I'm, you know, playing with some of the controls here. But if you hop on over to our Twitch, twitch.tv/show, we are live streaming there. Hey, just a quick question on which it's to the OACR. Which one for the mixer?
It's SD1.
SD1. SD1. You said S. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if sound's coming through for whatever reason. Okay.
I don't know why either.
Well, the thing is that it's like coming in through this mixer side? On the radio or on the... Where... Okay. For some reason, I'm not seeing any signal on the radio. I'm not sure if you could double check. Oh, you know what? Maybe. Okay. I got it. For some reason, the SD1 was not working on one of the channels. Like, I was going on it, but it was not reading. But yeah, I think we're on the radio now. Double check with the volume. I'm so sorry about that. I was like, geez, nothing's working on this side. Sounds good. Thank you so much for that. Woo.
Follow me, 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 yeah, follow me. I'm hoping to see the day when my people can all relate. We must stop fighting to achieve the peace that was taught in our country. We shall all be free. Follow me. Why don't you follow me to a place where we can be free? Come with me over there into racial hatred, and let's not share. Can you feel it? It's in the air. No, it's time for changes. Time for us to care. Don't you follow me to a place where we can be free? I don't ask for nothing. I'm always holding my own. Every time I turn around, it's something. People talking about what they don't do. And when I try to move on up, they're always pulling me down. I'm tired and I had enough. It's my life and I'm living it now. honey, bring it close to my lips, yeah. Honey, bring it close to my. Honey, bring it close to my lips, yeah. Honey, bring it close to my. Honey, bring it close to my lips, yeah. Honey, bring it close to my. Honey, bring it close to my lips, yeah. Honey, bring it close to my. Honey, bring it close to my lips, yeah. Honey, bring it close to my. Honey, bring it close to my lips, yeah. Honey, bring it close to my. Honey, bring it close to my lips, yeah. Honey, bring it close to my. Honey, bring it close to my lips, yeah. Gotta be big, 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 gotta be big. Honey, bring it close to my. 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 Honey, bring it close to my.
God made me funky. Yeah. You know, I'm taking it back to the motherlode, the mothership. Well, all right, you squares. You know, it's time to get up for the downstroke. Ain't no joke. We going back like that, you know what I'm saying? Afro picks, Afro bucks, you know, rough and stuff. You know, cause God made me funky. I believe that. Straight to the bone. Oh yeah, you know, swinging a beat like this makes me wanna go back, you know, back in the 70s, you know. Something like my man James Brown would say. Hey, yeah, you know, God made me funky. And I'm just glad he made me that way. Cause you gotta get ready. Don't let that funk flash your eye. You know what I'm saying? Soul brothers, soul sisters. Put your fists in the air, saying yeah. Something on a real old school tip. Oh yeah. You know all I can say is that God made me funky.
always a spot. 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 Alwa
Want to be abused. Moving on, moving on. When I'm with you, baby, I go out of my head, and I just can't get enough. And I just can't get enough. All the things you do to me and everything you say, I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. We slip and slide as we fall in love, and I just can't seem to get enough. We walk together, walking down the street. I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. Every time I think of you, I know we have to meet. I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. It's getting hotter, it's a burning love, and I just can't seem to get enough. oh diamond girl. Yes, yes. You're my diamond girl. Ooh, oh diamond girl. Yes, yes. You're my diamond girl. Diamond girl, I'd like to know if I am getting near your door, which will only make me want you more. Ooh, I feel I'm coming through your door. Ooh, oh diamond girl, you're my diamond girl. Ooh, oh diamond girl, you're my diamond girl. I am excited. The house of God. The house of God. $50 or more. The house of God. The house of God. The house of God. The house of God. $50 or more. The house of God. I am excited. Let's house.
Deep inside, deep down inside, 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 oh within, oh within, oh within, oh within. deep down inside, deep inside, 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 deep down inside, go with me, go with me, go with me, go with me. Deep inside, deep down inside, deep inside.